Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I have been so ridiculously busy that I haven't had time to touch pretty much anything as far as a video lately. But today, I think we're gonna take a look at this Gateway 2000 that somebody dropped off, and they said, "Here you go. This one is trash. It's been sitting around for a while. I don't use it. Do with it what you want." So we're gonna take a look at this. We've got the CRT hooked up to it. We've got our keyboard hooked up to it. And just to show you what's been waiting for me here, I've got like 18 of these. Most of them are Acer. They're business class machines. Most of them are Core 2 Duos. I picked up 18 of these and a couple of other ones for like $2 a piece. So we got plenty of work coming up. But for now, I've got everything hooked up to this one, and we're going to turn this on and see if she works. Yeah, we've got some activity. Alright. Well, it turns on. And it's got a quantum fireball. And Windows 95. This is the first time I've even turned this on. I had no idea if this thing would even power on or not. It's been sitting back here for about 3 weeks, I guess to a month now. And you can see, I mean, other than being a little dirty, seems to be in really good condition. I haven't taken a look at the inside yet either. I kind of didn't expect it to even turn on. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty grungy. Isn't that the dude from U2? Can't remember what his name is. Alright. And do we have a password on here? Yeah, there's a password on here. Alright, well, that's irregardless. We know it works, so we'll go through, we'll get this disassembled here, and we'll be able to get it reloaded and see what she's made out of. Alright. Now let's dig into this thing and see what it looks like on the inside. I had to do a bunch of rearranging to make some room here for this thing, but let's take a look around this thing. The sides have plastic on it, the top is metal. And you see this side here, also plastic. Spin it around and take a look at the back here. You can see starting on the left we have our power supply, PS2 keyboard and mouse, a couple USB ports. We have our parallel port, serial port, VGA out, game port, and audio, and a bunch of slots for expansion cards. It looks like the only thing that's installed in here is a modem, Gateway 2000 modem. So let's take a look at the back. I see there's some screws missing here, so I'm assuming this cover probably just pops right off. Maybe with two hands. Oh, there we go. Alright, first look on the inside. And there's our quantum fireball. Optical drive. There sits the modem. Ooh, a little bit of grunge in there. We got our Powertronic power supply with a fan on the bottom. And you see that's the only fan that's in this case, so it's sucking in air and dust from there. And of course, bringing it right across the heatsink there and through the power supply. So that's obviously the dirtiest area in the inside of the power supply. And we got a battery there that's easy enough to change. So yeah, I think we're going to basically disassemble this whole thing, clean everything really good, and put it back together. Alright, so let's take our first look at the motherboard here, and I've already popped the bracket loose on here, and you can see it's a P5-166. And this right here, believe it or not, let's see if it's marked on here anywhere. Alright, you can see right there it says Coast. That stands for, I think it was like cache something, cache on a stick or something. So this is cache, your cache memory for the CPU. So that's installed. That's nice. We've got 2 sticks of RAM here. I'm not sure what the total is on there. Okay, Intel chipset. You can see both the chips right there. And let's spin this around. And an ATI 3D Rage 2 onboard graphics, so that's not too bad. We've got 3 ISA slots and 3 PCI slots. There's no AGP slot, but you know, that's alright. I mean, for Windows 95, for a personal computer, this would have been pretty decent. So you can see we got a lot of cleaning up to do here, though. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to get everything all cleaned up. We're going to replace this battery here, which I'm sure is shot. And look at the case. I mean, the case needs a lot of cleaning as well as all the parts that came out of it. So we're going to get everything cleaned up. We'll put it back together and then we'll check it out. One of the things I always try to do is clean up the power supply good, because as you can see, all this dirt and grunge and all kinds of shit that's in there. This power supply is still good, but the one thing that will kill it quicker and shit is all this dust and everything, because of the heat that's going to generate. I mean, you can't cool parts when they're coated in dust. So I like to take them apart and get them all cleaned up good, and then, you know, the power supply should last considerably longer than it would if you left it like this. When you're done, you end up with a result like this. Since the optical's dry, you can see there's quite a little buildup of dust here too, and that's the problem with these, is every orifice on them becomes an entry point, kind of like my ex-wife, but with dust. So we're gonna get this all cleaned out, and then we'll work on the floppy drive down there. We'll get that all cleaned out, and we should be able to reassemble everything at that point. Alright, so as you can see, I mean, it's not back together, but everything cleaned up really well. Everything on the inside cleaned up well. I know the CD-ROM works, the floppy works, even the hard drive works. But this thing is still a fail in the end, because I was able to get it up and running, loaded into, you know, Windows 95 again once everything was hooked up, and then I had to take my dog to the vet. So I just walked away from it. When I came back, I ended up with a black screen. And when I turn it on now, this is all it does. You hear that? Where's the power light? The power light comes on. No hard drive activity light. And nothing on the screen at all. So that's kind of where we're stuck at now. And I don't have time to investigate further. I tried different power supply. I disconnected everything from it. I tried different RAM. Nothing fixed it. So it's either something on the motherboard or the CPU. They're the only two things that I haven't checked yet, but like I said, I don't really have time to do that right now, so I'm going to have to just put this back together, set it on a shelf, and leave it for now. It's a shame, because like I said, this thing cleaned up beautifully, but with so many other things going on, I don't have time to really dig into it right now. So unfortunately, this one was a fail in the end, and they don't always work out, you know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This one just happened to not. So I think the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a case mod on an old compact case to fit a more modern PC into. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that, but as soon as I can, we'll get to that and we'll get a video up for that. And anyways, hope you guys are enjoying summer, and we will see you on the next one.